My name is Drew Lindsay, and I am from Springfield, Missouri.
My name is Ed Rink. I'm a contracts manager for Boeing.
Well, my name is Matteo Lizzeri. I'm a 23 years old skier from Italy.
I'm Joey McNamara. I work here at the Bennett's Boat and Ski Pro Shop. I do all their online sales, all the ordering.
I'm a PE teacher at Martin Murphy and in San Jose.
My name is Angela Stewart Washington. I'm the owner of a special occasion catering. And with catering, you do a lot of heavy lifting, a lot. From pots to chafing dishes, moving dishes, equipment on and off site, like things like this. And when you aggravate that nerve, it can be days, weeks, months, you know, and sometimes you have to keep going, and sometimes it actually puts you down for a while. The Sciatic Pain Terminator can be a very, very powerful resolution for that problem.
My name is Stevie Gravois, and I'm a licensed massage therapist in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and I've been working as a massage therapist now for 12, maybe 13 years. And before I got into massage therapy, I was with the YMCA here in Baton Rouge for 19 years as a trainer.
I'm the world's fastest barefoot water skier. I hold the world record at 135.74 miles per hour. And that's in a quarter mile. I've been barefoot skiing for 40 years, 41 years.
And here he comes, ladies and gentlemen, Scott Peloton. And I'll tell you what, they are lifting the rope right down. You might see him even duck down a little. So one of the many things he's got to deal with here, he has kicked off the ski, and here he comes. And he is okay, and I'll tell you what, he wanted to go 125 miles an hour. That's approximately 200 kilometers an hour, because that would have been the world record. Ladies and gentlemen, he just went through the traps 135.74 miles an hour.
Wow.
Hopelessness and depression. Those are probably the top two on the list. You start to feel, and it starts to consume your life. Before all of these problems started to occur in my life, and even after the surgery, I skydived, rock climbed, hiked, all the activities, biked, raced cars, motorcycles, all of those things. All of a sudden you go from hero to zero, that none of these things you're able to do. So all of those things are taken away, and you start to feel this dread and this hopelessness that it's not going to get better, that this may be the way your life is going to play out. And every time you go to see a doctor to seek some kind of resolution to it or some test, you're hoping that they find something. And I remember it getting to a point where I'd go to see a doctor and he'd perform a particular test, and I already set my level of expectations up that they were not going to find anything, so that I wouldn't be let down when I finally heard those words that they didn't know what was going on. I encourage people that if they don't know about the Sciatic Terminator, that they need to take a look at some of the information that is on the site and educate themselves, and they'll start to realize that there is hope, that there are tools out there that a lot of doctors are not aware of, and that they need to take advantage of.
Sciatic Terminator.
Hi, this is John McMath with the Sciatic Pain Terminator, and welcome back. All the people that you have just seen have either been helped or greatly influenced by the work of the Sciatic Pain Terminator. Have you ever asked yourself, when you've gone through different websites or maybe gone to the bookstore, you know, did I really figure out the source of my problem? Or did you come away empty? Or even go into a physician's office? I mean, have you ever been left in tears perhaps? Believe me, that has happened to me. If you look at the bookmarks on my computer, 95% of them is about sciatica, about pudendal nerve entrapment, piriformis syndrome, psychological issues with sciatica, you name it, I've bookmarked it, I've done it, Eastern, Western, the whole thing. And I have a boatload of experience and spent over $650,000 trying to figure out what was wrong with me. When I had lots of folks under the sun doubting every move that I was doing, telling me that I was full of it, telling me this wouldn't work, and gave me no hope. And I'm sure if you're watching this, that unfortunately is happened to you. Or maybe you've, like I said, have read these books and been on websites and it's the same old thing again. It's not complete. It's not getting to the source of the problem. So what we're doing in this video series is to get you orientated about video 2, for example, is going to be about myself, my past, both athletic and business. And the reason why I go through this is past performance is always a good indicator of future performance. So we have lots of videos on my blog about my past, interviewing old coaches, people that I've worked with, done business with, so you can get to know me, because I do want a personal relationship with you. Also, we talk about, I have one of the lowest levels of testosterone for my age. So I had impotency at age of 30, I had migraines, and again I went through a very similar 7-year problem with migraines, where I went through to some of the best neurologists, had Botox shot in my neck, did everything to try and figure that out until I got to the source of the problem. So that's video 2. Video 3 is going to be what I went through specifically in this gauntlet of sciatica, and it will floor you. And I know most of you guys will relate to about all of it, but all of you will relate to some of it. Everything from the physicians to the caregiving to the hopelessness to just not just thinking your life is over. And I hear that a lot when I have people email me, in desperation, my life's over, nobody's been able to help me, I've been to the end of the line. We cover my plight through the sciatica. And then in video 4, we talk about what is the Sciatic Pain Terminator? What are you going to learn in the Sciatic Pain Terminator? And finally, what are you going to do after you get out of pain? Because all of us had a life before this. Some people call it a disease, a condition. It doesn't matter. It's hell on earth if you have it in extreme form. And what are you going to do after? If you're say for example a parent, you're going to go back to doing that and getting back in the game, and you're going to be probably the best parent you've ever been in your life. If you're into a sport that you couldn't do anymore, you're going to do that. If you're lost a job or had to take leave, you're probably going to do a better job than you've ever done before. What I can tell you, what everybody has emailed me and called me about, is they have always, and this is in all cases, have never ever respected their body as much as they do now, and how fragile it is and how beautiful it is to have a pain-free lifestyle. So in video 4, we talk about how can you get access to me? How can I help you? What the product is about. If you need help now, how can you get a hold of me? We go through that, and then we go through beyond that. I've done a lot of things in athletics and getting in shape through inventing the 5x5 diet plan, and we can definitely help you build, whether it's losing a few pounds to enter any bodybuilding contest or anything in between. We can help you do that on continuing on, because once you get out of pain, that's when life really starts. You know, for me, you know, I want to enter a bodybuilding contest. I mean, that's what I want to do. I don't care if I take first or get laughed off the stage. That's just something I want to do. The other thing is we're obviously sitting in front of a beautiful water ski lake. I want to be skiing on the lake, not just telling you about how to get out of pain out of lake. So that's what video 4 is going to be about. But one thing you really need to keep in mind, and if you're watching this, I know you have this, but it's something very important to say. It's something about being involved versus being committed. And if you're older or you're around your grandparents, this is kind of an old saying. If you're involved, that's like the chicken laying the egg. They're involved. Being committed is the pig where the meat comes from. To get out of sciatic pain, you've got to be committed. You've got to do the steps, whatever it is for your particular condition. It may be a muscle imbalance issue that you have to do some exercises and stretches. It may be a surgery. It may be who knows what it is. But whatever it is, you've got to be committed to this. Because if you really think about it, anybody that I know, and me personally, I can attest to this, I have never achieved anything in life, whether it was winning national titles in water skiing, ski racing, 99% customer satisfaction rating in business, unless I was committed. And I know that, you know, that's what it's going to take to get out of this terrible condition that you're in. So that is the brief update on what is to come. And then we're going to get in the classroom, we're going to get our hands dirty, we're going to have models of different, you know, you're going to have a very good understanding about the condition of sciatica, about what causes it, about, you know, and obviously learn about your condition. And you're probably going to know more at the end of this than your physicians do. And again, that's something that we have a rule here at the Sciatic Pain Terminator. You have probably looked around all over the web, maybe even bought other products. We will never ever put down anybody else and what their works are. The issue is in physicians is they don't teach a lot of this stuff. And we go what they teach, and then we go way beyond it, and then we go to helping you figure out what your condition is so you can get yourself or a loved one to a pain-free lifestyle. So this is John McMath from the Sciatic Pain Terminator. We'll see you in a couple days. We'll be back in our studio and going over about where I came from, what I went through, and other parts of medicine, athletics, and other things to show you that I'm really, really dedicated and qualified to help you or a loved one get out of pain. So before it gets too dark, I am going to go be committed, and I'm going to go do a swim in the lake, because that's part of what my rehabilitation program and my continuum is, to keep myself out of sciatic pain. So see you in a couple of days. Talk soon.